Hello my crafty friends and welcome back to another card making video. Today I'm playing with the September card kit by SSS Stamp, and as always let's take a look on what's included. You will get a bag of sequins as well as the little triangle tray. This is a happy birthday die that cuts out the words as well as gives you an outline. And you will see how that looks. I will be using it on today's video. You to get your lollipop just like always, and this is the stamp set. The stamp set is all about birthdays. You will find lots of images like balloons and cakes and cupcakes as well as many sentiments to play with. You can get it separately if you like, and there are also matching dies as far as I know. This is a 3-dimensional embossing folder. I will open it up for you, so hopefully you can see the designs. It is full of flowers, and as far as I know there are matching dies for those flowers as well. They are available on the shop. Now you will get 2 envelopes in white and pink. They are self-adhesive. This is a 6x6 glitter paper. And then let's take a look at the papers that are included this month. Just like always, I will be focusing on how you can use the pattern papers. This is something that I absolutely love doing, and I always like to use up as much of the papers included in the kit as possible. You will find lots of other ideas on how to use the kit using the stamps and the dies, etc. if you go to the SSS Stamp blog, but for today I'm focusing on the beautiful pattern papers. Love the colors, love the color combination. Here are the cardstock, one that has that rainbow effect, and 3 different colors of cardstock. And let's start with the first card for today. I'm using a stitch rectangle die, and you can place it on top of this pattern paper all the way to the top or at the bottom, depending which part of the scene you want to show more. I'm choosing to show more of that beautiful sea, so I'm going to run it through my die cutting machine, and with foam tape at the back I'm sticking this panel on top of my card base. Now, cards don't always have to be very complicated or take too much time to make, and this is definitely one of them. Since you do have all those lovely pattern papers in your kit, make sure to use them up. So here all I'm going to do to make an otherwise very simple card to look somewhat more special, I'm just going to add a few of those sequins up at the rays of the sun. So I am mainly going with the yellow ones, but you can definitely use the blue ones scattered over the sea as well. Now, of course, this is a very versatile design. It can make a thinking of you card, a thank you card, even a birthday card, and use up the sentiments from the stamp set in the kit. However, I decided to use this sending good vibes die just because I had it in my stash for a couple of months and I haven't used it. And I think that it matches this design perfectly. So this is the first card for today, super easy to put together, and here are some close-up photos. In your kit you do get 2 pages like this one where you get those 3x4s, and these are perfect to create actually 8 cards out of those 2 pages. I'm going to show you just a few of them, really quick and simple, but you need to add that extra touch every time, a little embellishment. So here I used foam tape at the back of this panel to stick it down. My card, by the way, is the standard card that's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And then from this pattern paper I'm going to cut out a couple of butterflies. This pattern paper is perfect for cutting out butterflies to embellish this type of cards. And you can see here I cut out 2 of them. There is a big selection of color combinations. I'm going with 2 butterflies in different sizes just to make it look more interesting. And I'm going to stick down the butterflies with their wings up, so that it gives a little bit of dimension. Of course, if you add it inside an envelope, this is going to flatten up, but you can definitely add a little bit of foam tape behind the wings to make sure that they are going to stay dimensional. If you choose so, you can add some sparkle, however I'm going to leave it as it is, and here are some close-up photos. For my next card I'm going to play with that 3x4 with the pineapple, and I'm going for one of my go-to recipes when it comes to cards with 3x4s. I'm cutting out another piece of pattern paper in the exact same size so that I can add it at the back as a layer. I'm going to stick one on top of the other by using foam tape at the back on an angle so you will be able to see some pop of color from the background. Then I'm going to stick this on top of my card base that's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And to embellish this one, I'm going to use this pattern paper and cut out a few of those little orange slices. You can use a circle die if you have one that matches the design, or just use your scissors. For my sentiment, I went with Happy Birthday. I just stamped that on a thin strip of white cardstock. The sentiment is included in the stamp set from the kit. And then I'm using the rest of the slices to embellish the card. I'm kind of creating a visual triangle with those slices, if you notice. And you can add some sparkle if you like. I decided to go with the tiny little stars that are included in this mix, and they are iridescent in color. And here are some close-up photos where you can see the card better. Again, really easy to put together. Now, from making the previous card, I do have an extra 3x4 and it is green, so I'm going to combine it with this leaf. And by design, there is a little tag underneath the leaf where I am going to stamp my sentiment. I'm going again with Happy Birthday from the same stamp set. And you can see it fits there beautifully. And again, I'm going for pretty much the same idea, adding one on top of the other on an angle with foam tape in between. And then stick that on top of my card base, again 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Now I'm going to show you a little bit of my process. I'm going through the pattern papers, trying to find images on those pattern papers that I can fuzzy cut to embellish this card. So I can definitely use some butterflies like I did previously. And then I can cut out a few of those flowers from this pattern paper as well. So I'm going to do both, so that I can audition them and choose what looks best. This is a process that I usually do, but I don't always show it on camera. So here, for example, I have the green butterfly because I thought I can go monochromatic, but it doesn't stand out. Here is an orange butterfly, a contrasting color, but I think it is too small. And here you can see where I cut out this bunch of flowers, and I believe that this is the perfect match for my card. I like how it looks. I'm going to stick it down by using foam tape at the back. And when I make one card, ideas for the next one just pop in my head, so I did some more fuzzy cutting again from the same pattern paper. And I'm going for a happy birthday card using those as embellishments. So for my background, I'm going to use a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 panel that I'm going to cut out from this pattern paper. And this is going to cover up completely my card front. Then on top I'm going to stick a smaller panel so that I end up having a little border and I can see the lovely pattern from behind. And for my sentiment I used the dies from the kit. I combined white outline with black letters and I'm sticking that about at the center of my white panel with foam tape at the back. And now I can use the cutout bunch of flowers to embellish the card at the top and at the bottom of my sentiment. And I do have some smaller cutouts that are going to work as fillers in areas that I feel they need something more. And of course you can finish it off by adding some sparkle if you wish so. Here are some close-up photos on the fifth and last card for today. Just like always, links to everything I used can be found down below in the description. Thank you all so much for joining me today. I hope that you had fun and that you got inspired. See you next time!